Hey everyone, welcome back to the Solar Ed Ice to EV channel. I know many of you are like me, waiting for your Aptera reservation holders and/or investors, patiently awaiting the arrival of our vehicles. We are getting closer. The journey is near. The Aptera journey to the public market could be framed as a narrative of unconventional and community-driven financing. A true masterclass in bootstrapping to scale. Check out what Larry Goldberg have to say.
Beautiful car. I'd buy that car in a heartbeat. I mean, a little two-seater with great luggage would suit my wife and I down to a T. She'd want that car. I mean, she really would want that car. And she's an artist, and the back, all that space to the back for art. I mean, everything works great. So I'm of a car, that little two-seater. Hey, what a great design. It would be so efficient. It would be so great as a runaround. I think it's exactly what all these runaround guys with the 2 wheels and 3 wheels and the whatever wheels this is the design. This is perfect.
Phase 1. Crowdfunding. The Grassroots Foundation. The narrative begins with a passionate community. Aptera first proved its concept and built a substantial war chest through successive, highly successful crowdfunding rounds. Unlike startups that rely purely on institutional venture capital from the start, Aptera tapped into thousands of small, grassroots investors, its future customers, and believers in solar mobility. This approach served a dual purpose. It funded the early-stage development of its hyper-efficient solar electric vehicle and validated immense consumer demand, transforming supporters into early shareholders. This community-led funding became the bedrock, totaling over $100 million and fueling years of development. Phase 2. Aptera Accelerator Program. Strategic priority and community incentives. As the company moved closer to the critical production phase, the need for immediate targeted capital arose. Aptera introduced initiatives like the Aptera Accelerator Program. This program was a clever way to bridge the funding gap while prioritizing their most committed supporters. By offering priority delivery slots and other incentives tied to investment, Aptera aligned its financing needs directly with the eagerness of its earliest fans, essentially turning capital contribution into an express lane to ownership. This provided necessary funds for tooling and production readiness, showing an innovative way to secure capital from the community for the community. Phase 3. Direct listing, opening the public market door. The pivot to the public market was the non-traditional direct listing on the NASDAQ. This was a crucial, strategic move that set it apart from the typical SPAC or IPO route. A direct listing allows existing shareholders, the thousands of crowdfunders and early investors, to trade their shares publicly without the company immediately raising new capital. It served as a massive thank you and a liquidity event for the loyal community that had funded the startup. By establishing a public valuation and a trading venue, Aptera completed the transformation from a privately held concept to a publicly discoverable asset, maximizing the utility of its grassroots shareholder base. Phase 4. Production financing. The strategic capital bridge. Recognizing that a direct listing itself does not inject capital for manufacturing, the company layered on a critical final piece: production financing. Coinciding with the listing, Aptera secured access to a substantial committed equity financing facility, often referred to as an equity line of credit or ELOC. This strategic agreement allows the company to sell shares to an institutional investor over time, giving Aptera the flexibility to raise up to tens of millions of dollars after the stock is publicly trading. The success of the listing provided the market context, and this strategic financing provided the necessary runway for major expenses like tooling, supply chain setup, and ramping up manufacturing, the final step needed to transition from a development firm to a production company delivering its launch edition vehicles. The entire process, from small-dollar crowdfunding to a public exchange liquidity event, followed by flexible institutional financing, forms a seamless, innovative masterclass in funding a capital-intensive startup by putting the community first at every major financial milestone. Before you leave, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to stay informed on all things solar ed, from my 1971 Pontiac Le Mans to my proposed solar electric Aptera. Help us get to 9,000 subscribers. Thanks for your support.